pain changes people. Pain can change people in a phenomenal, beautiful, amazing way, such as I. However, pain can change people in a terrible fashion. See, this hat has been created out of pain. So, what pain am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the pain when someone doesn't want you. Your true love. You truly love somebody. They stab you in the back. They don't want you. It hurts. So bad to the point where you think about swallowing pills or stabbing yourself. It's almost like you've been neglected. And if you guessed it, it rhymes with neglection. And yes, because I am talking about rejection. So, see, rejection is not only in romantic relationships. It can also happen with friends, your job. You want to go with your friends, they don't want you to go, that's rejection, or your so-called friends. For me, for example. Or if you want to go to a job, but the job does not accept you, that is a rejection. You want to get into the team, they don't like you, they don't want you, that is also a rejection. So, why should we have relationships? Well, as humans, healthy relationships are essential to our well-being. The support from a partner can help fight stress or get a person's mind off of painful situations. The support from a partner can give a person a sense of purpose. It can also help with sharing all the moments together with your partner become extra amazing or of life. So, what are the causes to this hurtful, terrible pain of romantic rejection? Well, part of it is the everyone gets a trophy mentality. See, in today's society, a lot of people feel entitled and believe they deserve everything they desire. So, when they don't accept, and then they don't get the girl that they like, they don't get what they want, it completely crushes them. Their mindset, their mentality, their ego, everything about them. So point to the pack where it can hurt really bad. And see, another cause of this terrible pain of romantic rejection is that the same parts of our brain that respond to physical pain is the same ones that respond to romantic rejection. It's almost like a withdrawal from a drug. The pain of it can be very devastating. And with this pain, unfortunately, you can have effects such as becoming bitter or very mean to others. Or I remember when I got rejected, I hated myself. You can have self-hate or jealousy of others who do have relationships. And romantic rejection can also cause effects such as depression or even, to my extent, suicide. So, with this pain, there have been solutions that are amazing and great. However, the main solution that the world tells us is to give us a lot of self-worth to the point where rejection means nothing to us. However, this does not work because we are designed to be given worth outside of ourselves. So, what does the church say about romantic rejection? Well, sometimes the church will tell us that the simple answer is Jesus. Now that is true. However, it begs the question, if Jesus is supposed to heal my desire to be wanted, then why do I still feel this pain of romantic rejection and this loneliness? Well, the first step is to stop seeking approval from man. See, the truth is, we will never be satisfied with Jesus' approval if we go after the approval of man. See, in John 5:44, it says How can you believe when you receive glory from one another and do not seek the glory that comes from God? See, as long as we give people the power to determine our worth, we will never be satisfied with Jesus' approval. And also, do not be ashamed of your hunger to be wanted and chosen. You will waste the blessing of rejection and singleness if you let the pain drive you to seek approval from humans and do not seek it from God. Let this drive you to seek acceptance and to cling to God, who has chosen you at a great cost. Let no one except God have the power to determine your worth. Let no one except God to satisfy your need to be chosen. Second, realize God will never forget you. If you are despised and rejected by man, you are in very good company. Just like you, I'm pretty much hated through everywhere I go, and despised by a lot of people as well. So, don't waste the opportunity to be accepted by other people who can't sympathize with you because they don't know what it feels like to be rejected and alone and isolated by everyone. So as you find yourself secure in Christ, you will stand more on the promise that you will never, ever be forsaken by God. Third, have a love that is overflowing. When you have a love that is overflowing, you will not walk around hungry and looking at the world through the lens of rejection. Instead, you will be satisfied and will be able to help the hurt and broken and help them experience overflowing love. You are not alone because you are unwanted, unloved, or rejected. Your life is being written with kind and perfect intentions by a sovereign and loving God who wants to give you the greatest gift, Himself. So, what should we do as a church, as a community? Well, develop relationships with others. When we have relationships with people who have the same objectives as us, we can cheer one another. For example, we can make a prayer group and talk about each other's pain and help each other go through it as a group. Another thing, cultivate lives outside of ministry. As Christians, sometimes we have our identity wrapped up in the church, but we can use our hobbies, interests, and talents to connect with other people. And of course, share the gospel as well. And finally, we can use our pain from rejection to reach out for others. See, in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, it says, "Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up." See, Christ doesn't just heal us from rejection for ourselves. He will also heal us to reach out to others and share how we have been healed. See, unfortunately, as a body, few will share to others how we've been healed due to fear. But when we use our gifts of the Spirit, our faith becomes alive and active. Those in the kingdom of Christ aren't afraid, but free without fear, and can heal someone from the pain of rejection. Ultimately, God will never forget us, and God accepts us who we are, and He wants to help us throughout every detail of our life. So, God is the answer, ultimately, to the pain of romantic rejection. Thank you. Connor Uzumaki, A Search for Love.